Where attention goes, energy flows. What's good, Quay? Jason Bolt, what's happening? Quay said you forgot to tell the algorithm you were speculating. What's good, Flute? Funny Guy said the Earth is an oblate spheroid. Funny Guy, if you have evidence of that, I'll take it now. Flute said, what shape is the Earth to you? Well, I don't know of anyone who has ever proven the shape and the size of the entire Earth. So if you know of somebody like that, show them to me and we can look at their research together. Oh, Coluda said the Earth is shaped like a pear. I wonder if Coluda has evidence of that. What's good, Salty Aussie? You explained to us what it is, but you didn't explain to us how you know that for sure. You're just saying this is theoretically what would happen. Was there any evidence physically that that is what happened? Flute saying the Earth is that shape because of gravity. What is your evidence that that is actually happening to the Earth and that is the actual shape? What is your evidence of this? I literally just said my evidence. I used gravity. No, you didn't. You explained theoretically what might happen. I don't think you understand what evidence is. If you say theoretically this is what happens, that don't mean that it happened for real. And you have to prove that that's even possible. You're just saying this would happen based on gravity. And gravity's not even a scientific theory for you to be basing shit off. You're so far off, it's not even funny. What's good, Shirley? Bruh, how is history 100% lie? It's because there are no primary documents to confirm what we're taught in history class. Dakota Plemons, I don't know if I agree with that entire statement. I do agree with the way that it's being used today. So maybe not the entirety of it, but the effect, regardless, would still be the same. Guys, like the video if you don't mind, and sub if you like the comment, if you like the content. Mateo said Brax Samurai. That's not bad. You can't just say it's literally true. You have to explain. How do you know for sure that's true? All right, answer that question. How do you know for sure that's true? Yeah, we don't usually talk. We don't usually talk religion on here, honestly. Yeah, hey, you don't have to. You don't have to delete their messages if they're not saying stuff out of bounds. All right, bro. Unless they're saying stuff that is obviously talking about trying to whatever unless they're saying the obvious stuff, you don't have to ban them. You can let them make fun of me or say whatever they want. John Jones, I don't really investigate conspiracy theories like that. I just investigate the scientific method and primary historical documents. That's all I investigate. The scientific method and primary historical documents. There's nothing conspiratorial about the scientific method. All right. Yeah, I get you are explaining what your belief is. My question is, how do you know that that is true? Has that ever been demonstrated in a lab anywhere? Because if that hasn't been demonstrated in a lab, then you're speaking purely theoretical. You're literally just talking religion. And like I said, I don't like to talk religion on here, bro. All right. If that's what you believe, believe whatever you want. But if it hasn't been shown in a lab, then this is all theoretical. KM, who says that? You said they say that. Who is they? Bruh, if you keep putting nonsense, I'm just gonna ignore you, bro. You know what I mean? I want to engage with you, but if you're not putting anything for me to engage with, I gotta just ignore you. Dreamer said they is me. Well, if that's your religion, Dreamer, then more power to you. All right. Oh, Joe Rogan said that. I don't really care what Joe Rogan said. I don't watch Joe Rogan, and I definitely don't get my information from there. Dakota Clemens, you're 100% right about that. Yeah, that part is correct. Now, did they create the schooling system as a whole? I don't know about that. Did they create it in the way that it is currently working? Yes, that is correct. Free My Grandma said, belief is still doubt. You can't believe and know something at the same time. Guys, if you don't mind, like the video, please, and sub if you like the content. Quay said in 1910 they had cars riding with water vapor. Guys, again, if you want to call in, you don't have to. Okay, you really don't. But if you must call in, you can call in from the Discord. The Discord is on my page right now. I appreciate it. And like the video if you don't mind. Juliana said in Kenya, there's a place where the water flows uphill. I would love to see something like that. Yeah, Flute, I'm asking, how do you know? You've never seen a newborn star form. So this is stuff that doesn't take place on Earth. Has that ever been done in a lab, is what I said. If it hasn't been done in a lab, if we haven't seen it somewhere on Earth, it doesn't fall in the realm of science. And I'm not going to let you change the definition. All right? Listen, you can have whatever definition you want, but up here, science is the scientific method. The scientific method includes experiment. You're just telling us some theoretical shit that you've never seen. Look, people have seen supernovas, right? You haven't seen it though, but people have. Okay, thank you. All right, fine. Get them in here, and I'll believe them. All right, go get them. Go get the people that have seen it. Bring them in here, and then I'll believe them. All right. Hey, if you don't want me to respond to you, bro, then I won't. My bad. All right. Hey, my fault, bro. You feel me? I thought. Never mind. Never mind. All right. I'll ignore you from now on, bro. My bad. Jason said newborn stars caused by shenanigans. That's a new one. That's what I'm saying. Just absolute nonsense. John said Eratosthenes shadow experiment. That experiment proves nothing. So now, Aura Straz. How does my model account for what? And what is my model, John Jones? What are you even talking about? You're just saying words you heard other people say, bro. All right? You shouldn't do that as a grown man. Yeah, if you read Plato's actual account of Atlantis, it's clear he was talking about America. And there are plenty of maps of America that flat out call it Atlantis. Tom said, at what point does history become lies? People lie in the newspaper every single day, Tom. John, John, what are we accounting for in the Eratosthenes experiment? What is in the Eratosthenes experiment that we need to account for? Be specific. What are you saying? You can't just say the experiment. What about the experiment? What did they show in the experiment that we need to account for? Huh? Do you even know? What's good, LOL? What's good, Lego animation? Lego said Earth is round. Good for you. Uh, Alton said, John, you stepped in shit. Lego, stop spamming. All right. What? All right. We saw you the first time, bro. Too late, Lego. He said, "Here it comes, Dungeons and Dragons guy." How was America Atlantis? I answered that a few seconds ago. If you read Plato's description of Atlantis, he was clearly talking about America. Plus, there are plenty of ancient maps that show America and describe it as Atlantis. Dakota said, none of these people debating you want to do any research. If they actually took time to read, they'd come to the same conclusions. Shout out, user. Thank you for the 10 jewels, user. 13, if you would like to participate in the conversation, go ahead. Otherwise, you know what I mean? This is we're trying to keep the energy high up here. LOL said vibration. Exactly. Yeah, the out of Africa theory is a lie. And not only that, the transatlantic slave trade was told in reverse. MIB said vibranium. NL said basically the whole world has its roots in Africa. What there's no evidence that exists that proves this conclusively whatsoever. I respect that you believe that, but that's just not true. Local, stop trying to play mind games, all right? You're gonna hurt yourself. Project Tone, I think I have. Shout out local admin. Fletcher, did you come up here to troll us? What's on your mind?
In reference to your dinosaurs or dragons claim, you have the. Hold on one moment. I wrote it down. I'll pull it back up real quick. You cited the tombstone epitaph from Arizona as a source for that dragon claim, correct?
No, I did not.
No?
No.
The one about the winged monster? That looks
No.
like a flying crocodile?
No, that wasn't a source for my dragon claim. No.
What was that supposed to be?
Somebody asked me, or have there ever been any stories of people claiming that they had seen dragon, real or fake? They said, I had never heard of any stories like that. And I proceeded to bring up a bunch of different quotes to prove them wrong. So it didn't have anything to do with my dragon claim. I was just proving somebody wrong. Yeah, that was like a personal vendetta because they said that I couldn't find a story of somebody saying it. And so I found a bunch, and that was another one that I found as late as 18, whatever. Does that mean that the story is real? I'm not saying the story is real. I'm saying it exists. So that's not proof of anything.
To be fair, your entire evidence for the existence of dragons is based on stories, is it not? The idea that there are stories of dragons?
No, that's not my entire evidence for the existence of dragons. I actually haven't really given any evidence for the existence of dragons. I'm giving evidence for dragons against dinosaurs. Neither could have existed as far as I know. I really have no idea. But if you believe that dinosaurs existed because of fossils, those fossils were clearly dragons for a variety of different reasons. I've probably given over 50 different reasons. Would you like to hear the most recent one that I gave? You want to hear the most recent one?
Sure.
Because yeah, the most recent one is the fact that there are over 30 different dinosaurs whose name basically translates right to dragon. You understand what I mean? Like a lot of these dinosaurs, when they were naming them, they just named them dragon. Yeah, that's right. And then this name that meant dragon became known as the name of a dinosaur. When in actuality, that name just meant dragon. That's another piece of my evidence, is that that's what these people were naming things, because it was a real taxonomical category. That's actually my main evidence. My main evidence is the fact that it was a real taxonomical category scientifically up until the 16 and 1700s. If you look at biological textbooks and you look at the actual encyclopedias that were going on at the time, they would have said that dragons were a real animal. That didn't happen until 1910 when they started saying that dragons were imaginary. That's my real evidence, actual documented encyclopedias. You know what I mean?
Firstly, that is how evolution of language works, is we take old terms and
And you guys change shit. Yeah, you guys change the names of the meanings of words. Yeah, I'm not letting you do that. Sorry, no, you don't get to do that up here. No, words are gonna mean what they mean. I don't give it. Not on my watch. It don't. Not on duty. Not on duty. No, the hell it don't. Language means what it means.
In terms of language, cap has evolved from meaning stuff such as hat to now it means what? False is the term cap.
This is a scientific conversation. So, sir, this is not your text thread with your weirdo friends. This is a scientific conversation. If you brought the word cap into this conversation, I would hang up on you immediately.
Evolution of language.
Is that what you came up here to debate? The evolution of language? Because this is not. You're not getting anywhere with this. Just so you know. You're not getting anywhere.
What your argument is because words changed because words meant dragon, that became this is a dinosaur.
No, that's not no. That wasn't my argument at all. You're trying to strawman me, and you're not slick.
Okay. Restate your argument.
I'm not gonna do that. If you didn't catch it the first time, bro, then I don't have time to converse with dumb people.
No. You wanted to clarify that it's not the argument you postulated.
Yeah, no. I already said it. Yeah, I already said it. I broke down a whole bunch of different things. And you're trying to straw man me, and I'm too grown for that, bro. I'm too grown. All right, you can go argue with your friends about this. All right.
Let me try, okay?
Let you try what? Let you try what? Let you try what?
Well, let me see if I understand what you were saying.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. See if you can if you can steel man my argument. Go ahead. I'm open to that.
And that there are what we call dinosaurs today, that in another language, the word for it translates to dragon, correct?
Incorrect. Yeah, you're way off. Yeah, so far off, it actually makes me sick. But I've enjoyed this time. Though.
Just tell me how. Would you like to tell me how I'm wrong?
So no. It's a lot funner this way, because now I can weed through who's smart and who's dumb. You know what I mean? What's your name, Fletcher? I just know that. All right, Fletcher is kind of slow. You know what I mean? It's all right, bro. Listen, not everybody's meant to be informed. If you wanted to be informed, you would be. You know what I mean? Hey, if you wanted to be informed, you would be, bro. I don't have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? If you wanted to be smart, you would already be smart.
When I'm asking you to teach me, you're not going to teach me?
No. You don't pay me. I'm not your college professor. No. I invite you to come up here and prove me wrong. If you fail to do that, that's on you. It ain't my job to teach you because you failed. Good luck next time, though. If you got some more information, go back to the drawing board, come up with something better. Maybe you'll succeed next time, bud. That's all.
Clown.
I'm a what?
Clown.
Oh, you're upset, aren't you?
Oh, you got the afro.
The what? He said I got an afro. Does Buddy think this is an afro? My bad. What'd you say, bro?
You want to tell me what it is?
Correct you on what?
Well, you're saying that it's representing what your hairstyle is, correct?
I can't understand you, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I can't understand. Yeah, shout out you, bro. Shout out you. Listen, Fletch, as you can see, bro, I'm not really one to mince words like that. If you want to go back and forth on a topic because you have info, I would love to hear it. But, you're like, oh, well, words have to be evolving, right? All right, well, let's debate about how words evolve. No, not going to do that. I don't see that up here anywhere. But, like I said, I laid out my reasons why I think, not even why I think, why it's ludicrous to think that when they're finding quote unquote dinosaur bones, that they are some made up imaginary animal that nobody ever saw or wrote about, yeah, that's absolutely ludicrous. It makes more sense that these animals are what people saw and wrote about. All right, you guys don't get to change history. That's why I'm here. I'm not allowing you to do that. All right. Shout out you though. Nice try. If you're still here when I come back around, bro, I'll give you another try. Um, Scurvy, are you up here to troll us? Scurvy, can't hear you, bud.
Oh shit.
I can hear you now. I can hear you. Are you up here to troll us?
Oh no, I didn't even expect to get called. I just saw the invite. Hello.
What's up with it, man? What's on your mind, bro?
What's good? Uh, yeah. I mean, I just joined.
If you don't have anything to say, bro, I'll bring you up next time. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Wizen, did you want to come up? Wizened Coyote. All right. I don't think they want to come up. All right. Cool. All right. Let's see. By the way, thank you guys for tuning in. Like the video if you don't mind, and sub if you like the content. All right. I'm gonna try to read all the comments that I can. Of course, I will read all the super chats, no matter how much it is. But what's good, DJ Overtime? I see you. Is carbon dating not a thing? What does that have to do with anything, the Citadel? What does carbon dating prove? Santa said these claims are wild. Yeah, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, as they say. Shout out Dakota. I see what you're doing down there, Dakota. Shout out Juliana. Okay. Shout out Juliana. Andrew said you sound arrogant. Well, I'm sorry that I can't be less confident in myself for your sake, Andrew. I'm sorry that I don't sound like I'm not sure about myself. What product do you use for your hair? I don't use any products for my hair, sir. Me and my hair are guarded by the water. What's up, Nina Forte? Jason said Bruce Leroy with a saxophone. That joke is a 2 out of 10. User said history books are nothing but lies. Astra, I don't believe that people do stuff just because they show me a movie of them doing it, all right? But he said ramen head, that joke is a 1 out of 10. LOL said time isn't a year, it's a shadow the souls walk through. That's interesting. Boyd said all space footage is CGI, all of it. Juliana said altitude is a damn lie. All right, Scurvy, you had something you wanted to add?
Oh sure, yeah. Sorry. When you were talking to the last guy about dinosaurs, were you saying like what people claim to be dinosaurs or dragons? Like there's different, like there's like let's go with the pretenses there's different types of dinosaurs. Are you just saying that they should be classified as dragons or like?
Yeah, they were classified as dragons until somebody made up a taxonomical category that had never been seen before.
And where was that? Where was that originally? Them being as dragons, then?
What do you mean?
Like, like what source is that from? Like, where were they originally?
They're still called
Oh,
that today in
dragons.
China. They're still called that today in China.
Which, where, where's your source for that?
Go look it up, bro. All right, get your ass on Google and look it up.
Well, wait. I thought you didn't like the internet.
It's not about what I like. If you want to know, go figure it out for
But
yourself.
any,
This don't got nothing to
but
do
didn't
with me.
anyone?
What does you
Didn't
learning
anyone
have to,
write
bro?
anything on the
What does
internet?
you learning have to do with me,
Did anyone write any? I know, but if he gave you a source instead of showing you
bro?
internet, you'd probably
See,
tell me that
see, this
anyone
your
wrote
guys'
anything
problem,
on the
bro. This your
internet.
guys' problem. You guys are so focused on trying to trip me up. You guys are so focused on trying to trip me up that you don't know anything. Like, why are you like? What is you tripping me up gonna do for you, bro? It's not gonna do nothing for you. Go ahead, Scurvy. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Oh my God, you guys are wow. Lambo, are you up here to troll us, bro? Huh?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Lambo. Wizened, are you up here to troll us?
Yo, chill on, bro.
Are you up here to troll us?
Yo, what's up, bro? Nah, I'm not here to tell you, bro.
Can you mute the
I'm
background,
not here to
bro?
tell you, bro.
Can you mute the background?
All right, yeah, I gotta turn off my TV. Yeah, I had got you on there because my phone cracked and it's fucking up.
All right, thank you, bro. And just watch the cursing if you can, bro, please. All right, thank you, bro. Just watch the cursing. My God. Son of a. Yeah, give me a second, Wizard. All right, give me a second, bro. Give me a second. No way, yeah. Let me explain something to you guys. All right, let me explain something to you. If you're coming up here and you saying you're going to debate me, all right, you cannot come up here and not know what information that I'm talking about, ask me to teach you, and then say like we're debating or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if you don't know what information I'm talking about, then we can't debate the information. All right. Some people already know what I'm talking about. These are the people that I can debate. If you want to learn something, why the hell would you learn it from me? All right. Like, what do you mean? If you think that what I'm saying is wrong, take the information I'm giving you, go look it up, figure it out. If I'm wrong, come back and show me. You know what I mean? Like you coming up trying to trip me up on some shit that you don't even know about. Like, what are you doing? You're just wasting everybody's time. Like this shit is not about me. I just want you guys to get it through your head. All right, this is not about me. I know you guys are obsessed with me and shit. This is not about me. It's about the goddamn topics. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, that's fine. Come prove it, stupid. I don't care if I don't know what I'm talking about. Am I right or am I wrong? Come prove me wrong or shut your stupid ass up. God dang, you guys are pathetic. I mean, like literally pathetic. Like for real, like stand up, look around at your life, go look in the mirror. That's why. That's why, because you act like this, all right? Jesus Christ. Wizened, what's up, bro?
Yeah, what's up?
What's
Shalom,
up? What's up?
said shalom. Uh, yeah, bro, I was just saying I agree with you on I forgot the topics because I can't see it on my TV right now. But the last two topics on the earth being out of globe and not moving, I heavily agree with you on that because I got right here in front of me, and what I'm looking at right now is I got this off a website or a page or article, right? And what I have is different cultures and their depictions of what the earth looks like. And from every culture, I'm looking at it right now. None of them
Shout out user. Thank you so much, user.
of a globe.
And speed packs. Thank you.
They all look like this, this plain, this earth, this basically a flat earth, right? This plain earth with a dome over it. I got Mayan, I got Japanese, I got Greek, I got Navajo, Persian, Viking, Indian, Hebrew, Celtic, Egyptian, Roman, Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'll just make sure. I thought my phone cut out. Arabic, Hindu, Norse, all these, right? Masonic, Islamic, all these. It's all these cultures. And only picture on here that has a globe Earth is that of NASA. And I had to look it up, and this is all true. All these cultures depicted that the Earth was somewhat like this. They all believe that the Earth was somewhat, like this, had a dome over it, was, this flat Earth, this like flat or planed Earth, right? And what else I want to say about this? I'm a biblical scholar. I'm a biblical scholar, right? So I'm heavy, into the scriptures.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
if you can, bro. If you can, bro. I don't really want to get into the scriptures today. If you can, all right. I would like to keep it. I would like to keep it on the purely scientific. I'm just saying, since you're bringing it up, I'm just saying, I would rather not get into that if that's all right. I don't like talking religion on here.
Yeah, science. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not really. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like talking religion on here that much.
Okay, yeah. My bad. I just.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay. I mean, I could use another word, like like the Hebrew or the Israelite people, right? They're in their culture, right?
All right. You know what, bro? Listen, bro. I need a minute, bro. I need a minute. All right. I need a minute, bro. You know what I mean? I don't really trust you guys like that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, bro. You guys, my God. Shout out Speed Pack. "137 said, what is you on, gang? I can tell you what I'm not on is I'm not in the gang with you. So don't come up here calling me gang, fool. All right, we're having conversations about the scientific method, about historical documentation. All right, take that bullshit back to your idiot ass group chat, homie. All right, I ain't in your freaking gang. All right, and I'm not goddamn 13 years old, homie. Hell is wrong with you? Cornball, yeah, I know, but take your hey, then why are you watching me then? All right, take your ass on then, gang. We ain't talking about no weird gang shit up here. All right, take your little ass on. Cornball, yeah, all right, weirdo. Yeah, bro, I'm not bringing. Listen. With all due respect, I'm trying my best not to scream and curse at you, Wizen, right? But the only way I'm gonna talk to you right now is if I'm cursing at you, bro. All right. So I would advise you just to leave it alone, because if I have to explain why I had to drop you just now, bro, I'm gonna be calling you stupid and cursing, and then you're not gonna like me. You know what I mean? And you seem like a nice dude. I don't want to assume that you know what I mean, are just somebody that's coming here purposely trying to sabotage what we're doing. But if that's not what you're trying to do, then that means that you're an idiot. You know what I mean? And so I don't want to go into that with you right now. All right. I asked you not to talk religion and you still went there. All right. I'm doing everything in my power not to ban you from my Discord completely. All right. Just so you know, bro. Just so you know. All right. Yeah, the only way I didn't end up cursing your stupid ass out is me dropping you right then, just so you know. Because the next words that were about to come out of my mouth was going to be cursing you out and telling you how much of a stupid asshole you are. No offense, bro, but I'm just saying, like, you don't want me to go there with you. You know what I mean? You don't want me to go there with you. And so I dropped you out of respect, all right? Speed Pack said, how does the Earth not move? Speed Pack, they've never done an experiment that proves the Earth moves. So you can believe the Earth moves all you want, but it's not based on an experiment, meaning it don't follow the scientific method. And if it don't follow the scientific method, the scientific method, then it's not a scientific experiment. All right, conversation over about that one. Except they did. Who is they? You're just talking nonsense. What scientific experiment did they do that proved the Earth was moving? If you don't know of one, then like I said, conversation over. All you're doing is up in here spinning your wheels, cheerleading, twerking for whatever you were taught in school. And listen, I don't got a problem with that, but you're not helping anybody by shaking your ass with a cheerleading outfit on. Speed said, we have the seasons. That means, you see, you've moved on to the seasons. Like I said, you can say whatever you want about the seasons. If there's not a scientific experiment that proves the Earth is moving, all that is speculation, my boy. Derek Campbell said, I can see that you deal with a lot of blank babies from those blank patch projects. 4K said, so do you just stream to get mad? 4K, how about you not worry about it, all right? You ain't got to worry about why I do what I do. I don't know you. I'll never know you. It ain't none of your business, homie. How about that? Look at this idiot. Look at this idiot. Got to be the dumbest person ever. Setting a gyroscope into motion, observing the 15 degree per hour shift relative to the mounting plane as the Earth rotates. See, you're an idiot because the gyroscope don't even prove the Earth rotates. That's right. The gyroscope uses the Sagnet effect, which was developed by George Sagnet to prove the existence of the ether. You dumb idiot. Yeah. So when you bring up the gyroscope, that actually debunks your whole entire position. Your whole entire position. Thank you for putting that. You see how idiotic? That's why I don't like take you guys serious. Like you actually don't know anything about anything. You're real life stupid. Like real life. Look, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. What's that say? Oh, here you go. Here you go. For the idiots in the back, ring laser gyroscopes operates on the principle of the Sagnac effect, which shifts the nulls of the internal standing wave pattern in response to angular rotation. The ring laser gyroscope operates using the Sagnac effect. Here you go. Sagnac effect. George Sagnac set up the experiment in 1913 in an attempt to prove the existence of the ether. That's correct. Sagnac realized an experiment with light rays whose results according to him, whose results according to who? Not according to you idiots in the chat, according to the dude who set up the experiment, invalidated the theory of relativity and validated the ether. All right? Don't bring up a ring laser gyroscope again, you dumb idiot. All right? Because you sound stupid every time you do. I'm just trying to help you out. As a matter of fact, hey, no, bring it up again. No, keep bringing it up, bro. Keep bringing it up. I'm just letting you know you sound like a freaking idiot because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right? Yeah. Anyway, and stop spamming my chat, bitch. Yeah, no, listen, they get on my nerves today, bro. I'm sick of these idiots. All right, I'm not being nice with them no more. The issue, as soon as I start being nice, that's when they start getting comfortable, and that's when it starts to affect me. You know what I mean? When I'm mean up front, it don't affect me. You know what I mean? Because I leave the stream feeling great because I said everything I needed to say. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that today. All right. Look at boy, you're not spouting anything. Take your bitch ass on then. All right. What's good, Star B? I ain't playing with y'all. If you're not participating in the conversation and you spending too much time talking about me, I might break my own rule today. All right, I might break my own rule. Usually, I say if you're not out of bounds, don't block them. If you're not participating in the conversation and you're just trying to, you know what I mean, get everybody upset and ruin it, then I'm gonna get you out of here. All right, I'm gonna get you out of here. Shout out Speedy Pack. What's good? The office said, "What you mean history is 100% lies? They told you history in reverse." Thank you for the 2 jewels speed pack. You mean kick people that debate? No, I said if you're not participating in the conversation, then I'm going to get you out of here. Like, for example, I almost just kicked you because you're like, you mean kick people that debate? Well, that's not you debating. That's just you trying to waste our time. So I almost kicked you just now just because. Just because I don't like you, bro. Honestly, I just don't like you. Oh, yeah, my bad, boy. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, my bad then. If that wasn't for me. Nina said the truth is always buried beneath a lie. Nah, it's not that I don't like people that I love people that don't agree with me. I just don't like you, bro. All right, peace out. Yeah, I just don't like you. That's it. And it's very personal. It's personal. It's not. Yeah, it's not them. It's you. Dinosaurs equals dragons. Can you explain more? Sounds fun. Of course. Yeah, dragons used to be a real taxonomical category up until the 1700s. That's why there were all these stories about people interacting with dragons, people training dragons, hunting dragons, all type of stuff. But they were never a story about a dinosaur ever in life. And if you look at soft tissue samples that are found in quote unquote dinosaur fossils, they cannot be millions of years old. Piney said that's why there's no fossil records of them. Makes a lot of sense. I don't understand your weirdo sarcasm. All right. Why don't you just speak like an adult in regular sentences so we can actually understand what you're trying to say? All right. I almost just called you the B word right now. I really almost did, bro. And that wasn't even necessary. Wasn't even necessary. The serpent in the garden was a serpent dragon. I've seen it. Okay. Yeah, loopy rivals. I think I answered your question. History was told in reverse, sir. Hey, anybody commenting on my mental state right now, you're getting banned. All right, I'm not timing you out either. I'm not timing you out. CHK said Earth is donut shaped and the hole is what's past the ice wall. Speedy Pack sent 10 jewels. Thank you, Speedy Pack. Perry Berg said, how can you say the Earth is not a globe when all the other planets are globes? You have no idea that the other planets are globes, and even if they were, that is not scientific evidence of the planet you live on. All right? The shape of other houses is not evidence of the shape of my house. It really is not. Houses come in many shapes. All right? We're talking about an entire planet. And you don't even know if other planets are globes or not. You're making all this up. Gaming said, "Are we doing conversations or just Q&A?" I don't actually know you, Gaming, so we aren't doing anything. Yeah, I see you in the back, Gaming. I'll bring you up when I feel like it, all right? If I bring you up right now, I'm finna curse those stupid ass out, all right? I'm not in the mood to hear your guys' stupid voices right now, all right? You're annoying. Yeah, if you ask me why again, I'm not bringing you up at all. How about that? Yeah, because I don't have to talk to you. I'm a grown ass man and I can do what the hell I want to do, all right? Yeah, I'm not bringing you up, Gaming, all right? I'm a man of my word, bro. I told you if you asked me again, you weren't coming up, you're not coming up. You know what I mean? Hey, what are we if not our word? You know what I mean? What does a man have if not his word? Oh, he's hella mean. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm a very mean person. I don't care. May you explain what "we not Africa" means? Absolutely. The Not only is the out of Africa theory a lie that can basically be traced back to a man named Melville Herskosevich, but the transatlantic slave trade was basically told in reverse. I guarantee you, if you look at primary sources, there were more slaves sold from America than were sold to America. That's correct. Terrence said, "What's wrong with y'all? Boss runs a tight ship." Listen, that's what I'm saying. Listen, I've been lax. It's my fault for being lax the last couple of days. All right, I've been laxed. See, when you're too nice, people start expecting that from you. That's why I'm mean all the time, right? I'm mean all the time. That way, when I am nice, people are like, "Oh my God, thank you. He's finally nice." If you're nice all the time, the minute you get a little bit mean, they're gonna be, "Oh my God, what's wrong with you?" Nah, not me. No. I'm mean naturally. I wake up mean as hell. You know what I mean? So when I decide to be nice to you, you're extremely grateful. And if I never decide to be nice to you, then guess what? It is what it is because that's how I am. I'm mean. All right? uh, Speedy Pack said, "Thank you again for telling me." You're welcome. If you guys ask honest questions, I don't mind answering them. But listen, I'm Charles Xavier. Remember, I can see through all that bullshit. All right, you guys see I got this big ass nose. Yeah, that's so I can smell all the bullshit. All right, I can smell all the bullshit coming a mile away. Trust me. Shout out Lucky Larry. Uh, you have to understand most people are not ready to be unplugged. That is true. I don't like your name, but that is true. Speedy Pack sends us 6 jewels. Thank you so much. If history is lies, what do you think happened in the past that they are hiding? I think most of it was just told in reverse, right? There are a few things that they're hiding, like, for example, the existence of dragons is one. The existence of a technologically advanced empire that existed, I mean, as recent as the 1700s. Imagine there was a technologically advanced empire in the 1600s, 1700s. That they're certainly hiding that. A lot of the other stuff though was just told in reverse. Yes, like slavery. Slavery was told in reverse. It's some fish. Let's not bring up things that are clearly, you know what I mean? Let's not do that. All right, I'm not taking any chances with you guys today. All right, if I think that you are even playing a little bit, you are out of here. Yeah, there were more slaves that were sold out of America than were sold to America. That's what I mean when I say the slavery story was told in reverse. Look at how crazy this comment is. 4K said, you would rather believe the sky rotates compared to the earth? Dude, it's not about what we would rather believe. This is not a religious circle. What do we observe? That's the first step of the scientific method. We observe the sky move. So you are saying you guys would rather believe the opposite of what you see? No, we would rather believe what we're seeing. All right? This is not a religious space, idiot. You would rather, it's not about what we believe, but how dumb can one man be? Brooke said the sky does rotate. Yeah, we see it every day. But he said, I'm talking to Clutch. I don't give a damn. I'm talking to you. Oscar says, so you think observation equals scientific truth? No, I think observation is the first step of the scientific method. Full stop. Gaming, I told you I'm not bringing you up, bro. All right, I'm not bringing you up. All right, when I say don't ask me again, and you ask me again, you think it's sweet, obviously. So listen, man, we got to set an example. All right. Yep. Sammy, don't come in here with the insults today. All right, I'm not feeling it today. All right. So if you don't participate in the conversation and you get too off track, I'm gonna just get you out of here and you won't be able to come back, bro. Just so you know. If all you want to do is joke today, maybe not today. Biff, I don't want to talk about any medical situations, period. Nothing regarding medical information or advice. If the earth is a globe, how would a laser explain how a laser would work? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, no second chances after today. All right, I'm not today. What's good, JJ? Good to see you, man. What's good, Piney? You really said the sky rotates? We all see the sky rotate every single day, bud. We all see the sky rotate. Nobody has ever seen the earth move. Pluton said every other planet we observe is a globe. You are lying. You've never seen another planet that's a globe. Boy Bird said Artemis was not real. Yep, Sammy, think twice if you want to join him. Sammy, join him if you want to. Join him if you want to. Go ahead. Hey, see if I'm playing. Can you explain your opinion on the Earth isn't a globe? Yes, nobody has ever proven the shape and the size of the Earth. Speed. Shout out Speed Packs. Speedpack, I might make you a mod, even though I know you probably don't agree. Just off the fact that you're asking, you know what I mean? Shout out Speedpacks. If you guys want to participate in the conversation, you're more than welcome to do that. All right, but you're not just gonna come in here and try to steal my loosh. All right, no loosh harvesting today. I know that's what you guys are in here doing, and I'm sick of it. You know, most of the time I got so much loosh that it don't even matter. You know what I mean? I hand out loosh all day. I'm not giving out no loosh today. All right, hell no, not even for a second. All right, you hear that, Yurdy? No loosh, bud. Get your ass on. Fletcher and Scurvy, I'll bring you guys up in a second. Well, in a minute, actually, in a minute. Clutch said all globe images are CGI. Dakota said, look into what he's saying instead of just questioning his intelligence. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, even if you question my intelligence, that's not going to make the earth a globe. You know what I mean? It don't matter what you say about me. It's not going to change the truth about the earth. It's not going to make us from Africa. It's not going to make history real. It don't matter what you say about me, all right? "4K said, so you're telling me to believe what I see. The sky is rotating. Then when images are shown, you deny them? I'm talking about what you see with your eyes versus what you see in a picture. Do you honestly believe that pictures cannot be faked? Is that what you think?" Yeah, JJ, don't even worry about that. Yep, you ain't even got to worry about that. So we're not playing today. Sammy, I'm not making you a mod. I seen what you said when you first came in here. You're a bold-faced hater, all right? Yeah, shut your stupid ass up. You're not slick. And like I said, I don't mind if you guys hate, but today you got to keep it on the conversation because we're not fielding all that loose harvesting you guys are doing today. All right? Yeah, go take that shit somewhere else. Explain exactly why history is 100% lies. Because they told most of what we're taught in history class in reverse. One of those things is the transatlantic slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade was told in reverse. Do you understand what I mean? There were more slaves sold out of Africa. Excuse me. There were more slaves sold out of America than were sold to America. Thank you for that question. You guys like the video, and if you like the content, please sub. Side Angle said, man, I thought this was Black Sam for a minute. You guys, please like the video and please sub if you like the content. Are you able to have a non-biased conversation? That's all I do is have non-biased conversations. I don't know if you know or not, but I have been called the protector of the scientific method. That's one of my monikers because that's what I do. I protect the scientific method. That's it. So none of these are my opinions. None of these are biased. If you show me something that follows the scientific method more closely, then I'll believe you. Tony said, what do you mean the earth isn't moving? They have devised many experiments that have attempted to prove the earth is moving. None of them have been successful. Vern, if you have a time lapse of the sky moving, all that means is that the sky is moving. Perry, I can't show you proof that dragons were real, but I can show you a bunch of different stories of people interacting with dragons. And if you believe that the quote unquote dinosaur fossils are real, then those dinosaur fossils fit the exact taxonomical categorization that these dragons were in before the dinosaurs. You know what I mean? Sterling said, I must be stupid. There's overwhelming evidence that the earth is moving. If there's overwhelming evidence, then you should be able to put it in here overwhelmingly. Yeah, show us all that overwhelming evidence and tell us what it is. Speed Pack, I'm pretty sure you already asked me about America's Atlantis. Kyler said the earth is absolutely stationary. Tony said, I'm totally fine with the dinosaurs being dragons, quite frankly. I can agree with that, but earth no movement, do you mean rotating or through? I mean either. They've never been able to successfully test that the earth was in motion either way. Not rotating and certainly not moving around the sun. But they both go together, right? You can't prove the earth is rotating and be like, all right, fine, that's it. Huh? How can you prove that the earth is rotating but not prove the earth is moving? That's what I'm saying. Like, it can't, they both go together. Sterling, the Coriolis effect does not have anything to do with the movement of the earth. You are assuming that, and that's conjecture. Gage said, we've been to the moon. It's easily provable. Yeah, why? By a movie? Oh, we left mirrors that you can bounce a laser off. That's nonsense. Breezy said, bro, what the F is this? None of your business, Breezy. Carry on. All right? Don't worry about what we got going on. All right? Yep. Adios. What's your evidence of the earth not moving? Well, they've done many different scientific experiments to prove the earth was moving. None of them have been successful. If I'm wrong, then find one. The Coriolis is well documented. I don't care if it's well documented. You can't prove that it is coming from the movement of the earth. And correlation is not causation. You can't make up a fake movement and say because it matches the fake movement I made up, that means it's real. You have to prove causation. Forge, the Foucault's pendulum does not prove anything about the earth. And if it does, explain it to us. How does a moving string on my ceiling prove that the earth is moving? All right. Correlation is not causation. Correlation is not causation. Prove that the pendulum is moving because of the movement of the earth. Shout out Lil Bolt. MB said we are African. MB, maybe you are, but most of the world is not. Speedy Pack said, Speedy Pack, you already asked me that, all right? Now I'm mounting a suspicion of you. You're just asking me the same questions over and over, Speedy Packs. All right? Nobody has ever proven the shape or the size of the Earth. Nobody. All right, Speedy Packs? Sterling said, my evidence for the Earth not moving is irrational. So he thinks following the scientific method is irrational. Sterling, we've heard enough. All right? We've heard all we need to hear. You think that I'm irrational for wanting things to match up with the scientific method? All right, bro, you got it. Okay, we heard enough. You can go now. You can go now. Yeah, we heard everything we need to hear from you, bud. I'm quite sure of that. Freight said, aren't all human origins from Africa? No, Freight, that's a lie that can be traced back to a man named Melville Hershkovich. Thank you for the 2 jewels, Speeds. Josh said, what methods of deduction are you using if not the scientific method? Josh, I am the protector of the scientific method. Me. I'm the only one up here protecting the scientific method. Josie, thank you for the 100 jewels. RL said, does time exist? Time is clearly a made-up concept. Kyler, thank you for the 10 jewels. Why do you think America is Atlantis? That's because if you read Plato's description of Atlantis, they were clearly talking about America. And there are ancient maps that explorers used to use that flat out call America Atlantis. Shout out Speedy and User for the 10 jewels. Josh said, protecting the scientific method from who? From you, Josh. From you. Buddy said, where's your evidence dragons existed? Well, only all of the many stories that exist all throughout human history of people talking about breeding, slaying, and hunting dragons. Yeah, just only thousands of stories. Aunt James said dragons existed in the Bible. Drake said, I think the earth is a donut. All right, listen, we're gonna go take some calls now. All right, listen, if you guys want to call in, you call in from the Discord. The Discord is on my page. So the Atlanteans are the Native Americans. Yes, that's correct. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to keep reading the comments. I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to make my eyes water watching these comments go back and forth. All right, so we're gonna go to the phone lines for a minute. I'll read all the super chats. All right, or whatever comments that I can actually make out. All right, all right, give me a few seconds. I'm gonna go. Wash my eyes out real quick, and then we're gonna come back with some calls. All right. We got Fletcher and we got Scurvy. Yeah, give me a second. My eyes are starting. All right, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Like the video if you don't mind, and if you like the content, then I guess you could subscribe. We're gonna take some calls for a few seconds. Fletcher, are you up here to troll us? Fletcher.
Yeah, nope, not up here to troll.
All right. Have you gotten any more well informed since the last time we talked?
To some of your claims, you got China has words for dinosaurs, right?
No, I'm
Did that say
saying
dragon?
no. I said when they find fossils in China, even till to this day, they don't classify them as dinosaurs. They sell the remains of dragons as dragon bones and remains. They don't sell them as dinosaur stuff.
Because when you literally translate the names, they do in fact have the word long, which is dragon. This is an etymological reason. It's about language.
You are not understanding language correctly. Language only means something if it points to something that's real. So that's my point, is that's why I brought up the list of all those dinosaur names that literally just mean dragon, because they're just dragons. They made up a new category called dinosaurs. All right. That there was no basis for that. They just made it up because they wanted to. They wanted to hide the existence of it. All right. So the real category for these things still is dragons. That's the real category. Nobody ever saw a dinosaur, so you can't just make up an animal that you never saw, because that would be imaginary. Let me ask you a question real quick, Fletch. If I never saw an animal and nobody ever told me about it, and I just made it up, isn't that by definition imaginary? Because I use my imagination to make something up. By definition,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
All right, so dinosaurs are imaginary, dragons are not, because there are thousands of stories about people talking to and interacting with them. And I do mean talking to.
Well, you want to go with stories or evidence. If I give you a claim that I caught a
The evidence
record-breaking
that you
fish,
have is not dinosaur evidence, it's evidence of dragons. Those aren't dinosaur bones, those are dragon bones.
hold up, let me ask my question real quick.
You already did.
Okay.
You said, would you rather go with stories or evidence? And I told you that evidence that you have, I'm going with the evidence, but the evidence is backed up by the stories. It's not backed up by some random guy's imagination.
Are you claiming that unicorns and fairies and pixies are all real?
That's a completely separate conversation from the one that we're having. Are you not following this?
Despite the fact that there are thousands of stories about unicorns and pixies and fairies.
Remember last time when I told you that you were an idiot, right? And you didn't understand why. You know what I mean? Like this is why I do this to you guys. But this is why I do this to you guys, though, right? Like, you know what I mean? Because you can't follow a conversation. We're talking about dragons. We're talking about whether or not these dragon fossils are dinosaurs or dragons. And now you want to talk about fairies and unicorns, which I don't mind doing, but it's just that's a separate conversation. You know what I mean? You're really gonna hurt yourself trying to. If I were you, bro, if I were you, I wouldn't try analogies, bro. You're not smart enough to do that.
I mean, it seems like you're not, because you're not understanding the analogy. I'm saying.
No, I understand the analogy. That's the problem. I understand the analogy. That's the problem.
Do you think fairies and unicorns were all real?
We're talking about dragons, bro. So if you can't keep up, then I'm going to move on to the next person.
Keeping up. Answer the question. Do you believe fairies and dragons are real?
My bad. What question you want me to answer, bro?
Do you believe fairies and dragons are real? Are you sexing me?
Do I believe what is real?
Oh, you are sexing me.
Am I doing what to you? Hold on. Pause, bro. Pause, bro. Pause. What did you say? Am I doing what to you?
Sax. You're drowning me out with saxophones, aren't you?
I don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean drowning you out with saxophones?
Oh no, that's something you love to do with your debaters. You love to play saxophones over them, isn't it?
I resent, bro. I resent the idea that I love to play saxophones over my guests.
You seem to enjoy it every time you do it. They're up there laughing. Are you telling me you're laughing for no reason?
I'm not laughing at all. I'm not laughing at all. I'm literally not laughing. What are you talking about?
Okay, do you think pixies and unicorns are real?
Do I think what is real?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I can hear them in the background.
Listen, bro, it's not that I want to sax you, okay? It's just that you're so dumb. You know what I mean? It's like you think you could trick me up with mind games. You think you can trick me up with mind games instead of just participating in the conversation, you know?
This isn't a mind game. This is a simple analogy.
You're trying to play mind games. You're just not good at it.
Oh my God. Do you believe
I'm not your God. I'm not your God. Thank you, though.
I didn't call you my God.
You said, oh my God. I don't know who you were talking to, bro.
Not you.
Oh.
Bold of you to assume it was you. That's insane. You have such a God complex. You thought I was talking about you?
I don't know who you were talking to, bro. I really don't know.
But you assumed it was you.
No, I said I'm not your God. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not. No, I'm not your God, bro.
You assumed it was you.
No, I'm assuming it's not me. I'm telling you, it's not me. I'm not. No.
So then why would you respond to it unless you were assuming that it was you by saying I'm not your God?
Because you're an idiot, bro. And I don't know what the hell you're talking about sometimes.
Especially since when you say your God, it makes it sound like you do think you are a God.
You said, oh my God. I'm just responding to that, bro. All right, whatever. All right, I'm just saying, speak accurately when you're up here, bro. Don't use the Lord's name in vain like that. Don't use the Lord's name in vain like that.
No. You don't want to engage with the analogy. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, I only want to engage with facts. I only want to engage with facts.
Okay, let's look at the way that China structured the names for dinosaurs. How about that? All of them.
This is not proving anything. It is not proving anything, though. It's not proving anything either way. If anything, it helps my case.
I was agreeing with you. I was just agreeing with you, saying they all include the word dragon in the names for.
I know this helps my case. I'm the one that brought this up. I don't need you to rehash my good points. They know this already because I'm the one that used this point. So you ain't giving yourself credit by rehashing my good point. What the hell?
Do you understand that that's because of how language differs between
Bro,
all the
you
different
don't
languages?
understand language to be hurting your brain trying to piece these two things together.
Sure. I'm the one who doesn't understand the language.
Yeah, you don't even understand the conversation we're having. You don't.
Do
you don't understand
what
listen,
Tyrannosaurus Rex
listen, bro.
means when we
Do
translate
you
it from Latin
do
to
you
English?
realize that earlier you admitted that if somebody has never seen an animal before, if they come up with one, it is imaginary. You admitted that. No, it is true. You said yes. You cannot take it back. It is true. This is a perfect syllogism I'm giving you. You know what a syllogism is?
No, how about you define it for me?
Oh my God!
You want to
All
teach?
right, no, I don't. I don't want. Like, I don't want to give you. I don't want to information overload you.
So then
all
why
right?
answer the question?
Because it's sorry, my bad. All right, this is what I'm saying. You said it is true that if somebody never seen an animal before and they make it up, that's imaginary. It is true that nobody's ever seen a dinosaur. Therefore, by the laws of a syllogism, dinosaurs are imaginary. So you are going to bat for a provably imaginary animal. And we know it's imaginary because you admit it as much so. And you think that I'm supposed to take the rest of this conversation serious. Why?
I mean, I'm surprised you're not taking it seriously. I thought this was a serious channel.
I mean, did you hear? You just admitted that dinosaurs are imaginary. What serious conversation is there for us to have about an imaginary animal? You already admitted that. So
We're also imaginary.
you're cooked, bro. No, it's not imaginary because people wrote stories about seeing it.
It doesn't make it real. People wrote
It makes it
stories
not
about seeing unicorns.
it makes it not imaginary because people wrote stories about
Really?
seeing it. Yeah.
People wrote stories about God. Is God real?
Did they write stories about seeing God?
Yeah, people
Who?
wrote stories about seeing
Who
God.
wrote a story about seeing God?
It's in the Bible.
Who? Name the story.
God has revealed himself.
Name the
God has
story.
revealed
How did he
himself
reveal
through the
himself? How did he reveal himself?
But we go to Genesis.
How?
Where he freaking reveals himself to Eve and Adam.
How?
In the flesh.
How did he do that? In the flesh?
How am I supposed to know? I'm not the person who saw it.
I don't
Does
think
tell
I
you
don't
in
think it
Genesis
said
how he
God revealed himself in the flesh. I don't think it said that, bud. Yeah, I don't think it said that.
Okay, how about when he went down to Moses as a burning bush and that was God? That's seeing God. Would you agree?
He saw a burning bush. He never said he saw God. So you're making shit up. Now back to what we were talking about. You see, you're gonna hurt yourself with these analogies because you're not even smart enough to keep up. All right. So your analogies were wrong. That's why I told you to stop making them because you're not good at them. All right. So many people have written stories about seeing dragons, people that never met each other. It's not imaginary. All right.
About a different analogy. You want to go to Greek mythology?
No, not really, bro. Not really, bro. Not really, because I already won, bro. I won already. Because the conversation is dinosaurs
Greek
versus.
mythology.
I won, bro. Let me tell you why I won.
And revealed themselves to the mortals.
Let me tell you why I won. Let me tell you why I won already, bro. Right? Because it's about dinosaurs versus dragons. All right? Even if all the stories about dragons are made up, which is impossible, but let's say it is, right? It's an impossibility, but let's say it is. 1,000 made up stories to 0 stories, the 1,000 made up stories wins in every contest, in every single contest. There are no stories about dinosaurs. This is not even a conversation to be having. You know what I mean?
Logical fallacy. I'm going to look up for that.
That's not a logical fallacy at all. There's nothing fallacious about that, bro. Nothing at all.
1,000 stories equals fact, while 0 stories equals untrue.
That's not what I said at all. See, you're lying.
No, that's what you just said. 1,000 stories.
See, you don't even speak English. You don't even hear English properly. That's not what I said.
Is that not what you said?
Nope.
You're saying that
that's
there's
not what I said.
1,000 stories, therefore.
You're an idiot, bro.
You're saying
yes.
there's 1,000
nope, you're
stories.
An idiot. I didn't say that. Go watch the stream. Go to the stream. Go to my stream. Pull it back. Find out what I said, and then come back. All right. Go ahead. That's your homework.
Exact words.
Yeah, that's your homework, bro. Go figure out what my exact words were. Mm-hmm. Buddy is sick. Scurvy, are you up here to troll us?
Amen to that, brother. No, I'm not.
Amen to what? What are you amening?
Just amen, dude. You know, I'll pray for that last guy, you know. Anyway, though. Yeah, where do we start?
Wherever you want to start, bro.
Talk about I don't know. I guess we can just keep the ball rolling on dinosaurs. Huh?
Are you sure? I thought I just knocked that one out the park. I don't know. I thought that turkey is
I don't
cooked
know.
already.
I mean, well, you were talking about stoicism, but can you break down the three parts of it for the
I'm not doing that for
dinosaurs?
you. Hell no. Hell no. If they don't know
Why
that,
not?
if they don't know that, then
Well,
they're if they don't know that, listen, this is the advanced class. All right, this is the advanced
Okay.
class. Take your ass back
Well,
to kindergarten.
usually in advanced classes, people are able to explain themselves, and you said you only mess with facts, but your only thing is thousands of stories. And the last thing
My
is a
only thing
perfectly
is the thousands
painful.
of stories. That's so sad, bro. You are a
Yeah.
waste of you are a waste of time, bro. You know that, right? You know you're a waste of time, right? You know you're wasting our time. This is crazy, bro. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Listen, is anybody up here actually capable of following an argument? Are you guys capable of following an argument at all? All right, you guys are not capable of following an argument. If I bring up one thing and I use it in a specific context, you guys will then take that and say, okay, so your entire argument is that there are thousands of stories. That means it's true. Like, you are a freaking idiot, dude. That's not what I said. I said the conversation is dragons versus dinosaurs. I said in any contest, even if the stories are made up, even if they are, but they're not, but even if they are, if we're talking about something that has a bunch of stories and something that has none, we're going to go with the thing that has a bunch of stories. I never said that makes it a fact, but you heard that because you're a damn idiot. And I don't talk to people like you, all right? For real. I don't talk to people like you. All right? I don't do this with people like you. My God. You really should be ashamed of yourself. For real. You are embarrassing every single one of your ancestors right now. You're embarrassing all of your ancestors, but my God. Stupid as hell. God dang, y'all dumb. Lacking, are you up here to troll us?
Do you believe in God?
Are you up here to troll us, bro?
No, I'm not.
How old are you, bro? How old are you? How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
15.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that honesty. Unfortunately, it didn't help you this time, but I do appreciate the honesty. Y'all are so dumb. I mean, I love you though. Okay, listen, I love you. I really do. I love you with all my heart. But you're dumb as hell. All right, you really are dumb. You can't follow an argument. You're too like, oh, okay. So basically, you're not gonna trip me up on my words. Okay, just try to be honest. Figure out if what you're saying is true, and if it's true, present to us why. That's all you got to do, bro. Tripping me up ain't gonna do nothing but hurt yourself. All right, you're gonna hurt yourself every single time. Buddy is sick. I know you guys think you're slick, but you're not. All right, you're not slick. You're just sick. Shout out Speedy. Speedy, thank you for the 2 jewels. I appreciate that. And everybody else that gifted. If I didn't call you out, I apologize. I do appreciate it. If you sent the super chat, know that I appreciate it, okay? I will read all the super chats at the end if I don't get to them right away. Khan, are you up here to troll us?
Never.
Khan, I think you need to change that name. I don't exactly remember our conversation from last time, but I don't remember it being worthy of the name that you have. All right, what's on your mind, bud?
Why do you think I'm not worthy?
Because Khan is a word that comes from actually America, and it means king.
It doesn't come from America, but
where does it come from? Where's it come from? Where's it come from?
It's actually where I got it from is from Mongolian culture.
And how do you know that it originates in Mongolian culture?
Because I read history.
What did you read? Enlighten us. Enlighten us. What did you read?
Genghis Khan. his exploits in
So,
down into
are
his
you telling
children were
us?
also
Hold on. Are you
named
telling us
Khan.
because Genghis Khan had the name Khan, that means that originated in Mongolia? Is that what you're saying?
At least where it became. Well, no, yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
It
Well,
is
just so you
Mongolian.
know, bro,
Just take
that's
those
not how it
words out
works.
of
Yeah,
context.
that's not exactly how it works, bro.
That is
Just
how
because,
it works.
well, I mean,
Things are made inside of a
you're. Listen,
language
no problem.
where
Listen, if you want to
people
believe that,
ask that
Khan, we're not
question.
going to talk over
That's
each
how
other.
language
Khan, we're
works.
not going to talk over each other, bro.
You're right. We're not going to talk over.
Yeah, nobody hears you. Nobody hears you. Thank you, Khan, so much. Yeah, I can't hear you. They can't hear you. Nobody hears you, Khan. All right, as you were before I allowed you to come up here. Think about it. I allowed you to come up here. People were hearing you. Now back to where you were. You know what I mean? Back to like I said, just because somebody has the name Genghis Khan, that doesn't mean that that's where the name originated from. You're assuming that Genghis Khan, number one, is from that area and didn't migrate to that area, or you're assuming that his lineage of where he got that name from originates in that area. All things that are conjecture, bud. All things that are conjecture.
You're right. It's conjecture. I am stupid.
Khan, that's a fact.
So
Khan. That's a fact, Khan. All right, you are stupid.
I appreciate it.
No need to appreciate me. No need to
I
appreciate me.
need
No need to appreciate
to
me.
hear it.
No need to appreciate me, bro.
No, I don't appreciate you. I appreciate the knowledge. I know you and.
Well, I didn't give you any knowledge. I didn't give you any knowledge, but it's all right.
I know.
Yeah, so we don't need the sarcasm then. Yeah, we don't need the sarcasm. It's all right. We don't need the sarcasm. You know what I mean? It's all right. Yeah, we don't need the sarcasm. Huh?
Are you ready to debate? Because I'd like to talk about that the Earth doesn't move.
You said you want to talk about what?
The Earth doesn't move.
The Earth doesn't what?
Oh, I'll wait until you get your broke-ass system together. See.
You'll wait till I get my what together?
Yeah, I see you do that. Let me wait for you.
You said you're gonna.
My system's working. So.
Hold on, say that again, bro. I think I got it now. Go ahead, say it.
Okay. It's Careless Whisper.
No, I think I got it now, bro. Go ahead. I think I got it. Go ahead.
Careless Whisper isn't playing right now.
Careless Whispers. Is that a song?
Yeah, I'm here to.
What are you here to do?
Talk about yourself. You okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
You know, I'm fine, bro. There's something going on with your mic, man. You got to get that shit fixed.
No. It's not my mic. I think it's yours.
Possibly. All right. What's on your mind, bro?
The Earth moves.
Do you have scientific evidence of this?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What's your scientific evidence?
Have you ever? Do you know what a pendulum is?
Asking me a question is not scientific evidence.
Well, the pendulum is the scientific evidence because it proves not only gravity.
How does it prove gravity?
Gravity.
How does it prove gravity?
By the way that it works. A pendulum wouldn't be able to move without gravity.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this then, bro. Let me tell you this. The pendulum actually proves that gravity is fake. You know how?
How?
Because that's just the way the pendulum works. Yep. That's the way it works,
How does
bud.
the pendulum work?
What do you mean?
How's it work?
No, it works to prove that gravity's not real. There you go. That's literally what you said.
You want me to explain how a pendulum works? I can do that for you.
Well, are you going to explain how it proves gravity? You don't got to explain how it works. We know how it works. How does it prove gravity is real?
Me to prove that gravity is real by the way that the pendulum works.
All right. No, you don't need. We know how it works. All right. We just need you to explain.
I don't think you understand how a pendulum works.
No. We do know how it works. That's how I know that it proves that gravity's not real. No, the pendulum proves gravity's not real, bro. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. We already know how it works. It proves that gravity's not real. Why? You said you already know how it works.
Yeah, I'll explain to you how it works.
We don't need you to explain to us how it works. No, we don't need you to explain how it works.
Well, see, the whole thing, the middle ground that we're having here, where
there's no middle ground, bro. No. Listen. You're mistaken.
There's always a middle
ground. No. There's no middle ground, bro. Listen. There's no middle ground, bro. All right. Listen. I can't hear you. You're muted. All right. There's no middle ground, bro. Okay. I know for a fact that no experiment has ever been done that proves the Earth is moving. I know for a fact that the pendulum does not prove the Earth is moving. And I know you cannot explain how the pendulum proves the earth is moving. Now, you proving or you explaining to us how a pendulum works, that's not going to prove to us how the earth is moving. You're going to have to establish a direct causation between the pendulum and the movement of the earth. No experiment has been done to isolate those two variables. All right. And certainly not the pendulum. And so we're not going to waste our time with you telling us something that we could just look on Google. If you guys want to know how a pendulum works, get on Google and look it up, and then you'll find out. Reading that is not going to tell you how the pendulum connects to the earth. All right. So we're not going to allow you to do that.
Bobby Brown.
I didn't hear any of that,
Has
bro.
anyone ever told
I
you
didn't
that?
hear any of that.
You look like Rick James, who wants the attitude of Bobby Brown, and they both failed in their careers, which is kind of funny because you're talking about how pendulum works.
I only heard the second half. I only heard the second half, bro. Start over again. Tell us the whole joke.
Your fans.
I only heard the second half. Tell us the whole joke again, bro. Right. Oh, right. All right. I understand.
I switched over to YouTube just to see if I could hear them. Actually, pendulums, the reason why they put that is you set them up and you'll let them swing. And the reason they don't stop swinging is because the earth is always
Hey, look at Fletcher in the back. Nah, he's still sassing you, bro. Bro, you're getting sassed right now. By the way, they're talking about you in the YouTube chat. Fletcher, I don't like crybabies like you, bro. You got to take off. Yeah, you got to take off, bro. Oh my God, they're making fun of you. Crybaby. Baby back bit. Baby back bit. Baby. Listen, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know that like this is getting out of hand, right? This is getting out of hand. Yeah, this is getting out of hand. Khan said, bro, he's so mad. I know, Khan, right? Khan, let me show you how mad I truly am, Khan. Khan, I'm furious. Khan, I am furious. I'm so furious, Khan. I'm so furious. Get your ass on, all right? I'm so furious. Get your ass on. Yeah, to the shadow realm, bro. I don't want to talk to you ever again, bro, because I'm so furious. Yeah, I'm so mad, bro, that I never want to speak to you again. All right? Let's keep it that way. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, yes. I can never talk to him again. That sounds fair. Yeah, that sounds fair. Yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll do it like that, bro. Yeah, never call me again. All right. Scurvy, you said you're not up here to troll us, right?
No.
What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Dishonest Scurvy.
Oh, dishonest.
Yeah, you're a dishonest person. You last time you came up, you're like, yeah, I just want to ask you. You know, I just want to ask you a question, and then in the middle of my answers, you're like, oh, well, see, you're wrong because you're a bullshitter.
We could lose this ground, baby. It's better this way. We hurt each other with the didn't want to say.
That's Careless Whisper,
Can we get that one more time, bro? Can we go ahead, keep going.
Good together. Could have lived this forever.
No high note? No high note? Where's the high note? How come no high note?
Bro knows about a
10,000 year ago Chinese sword does no perilous whisper. What a joke. What a joke.
How come you didn't hit the high note, bro?
What a joke.
Hey, why didn't you hit the high note?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy stuff, I gotta say. Crazy stuff. You know the best dragons in the back there. It's crazy.
All right, I fear we're starting to overuse the saxophone. All right, I don't want the saxophone to get overused. All right, I don't want the saxophone to get overused, guys. All right, this is why I don't like going to the phone lines. All right, the saxophone is only supposed to be on special occasions. All right. Jason said, y'all summon evil Urkel. What's good, Jason? Tony said, damn, everybody a damn mod. Tony, are you feeling outnumbered? Charles said, I with you, brother. Shout out to you, Charles. Seth, come on, man. I don't want to get you out of here, Seth, but we're having no nonsense today. All right, no nonsense. The Glitch Republic, what's up, Glitch? Listen, if you guys want to call in, you can. I might take a little break and then come back later. We'll see. Crimson said, the undefeated, the undisputed, the protector of the scientific method. Sun and moon are local. Trust your eyes. Shout out, Charles. See, this is why we have a lot of mods. Because when people come in here and they start talking that good shit, I'm going to trust them and make them a mod so it's easier for me to read their comments. So I know that for the most part, if I'm seeing something in blue, it's something that's positive. If I see something in white, for the most part, it's you guys hating, or I'm looking for an argument to respond back to. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like to put the people in blue who are contributing positively to the conversation as quickly as possible. That way I know who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? Because sometimes messages get ambiguous. So if there's a message and it's ambiguous, at least I know it's in blue. WTF said said STFU. Well, I'll solve that problem for you. All right. There you go. I'll solve that problem. Miguel said, Cook. What's good, Miguel? Gregory Hanna said, what about curvature of the shadow of the earth cast on the moon? Gregory, there's no evidence that that is the earth. And even if that was, you cannot tell the exact shape of something just from a faraway shadow. You're talking about a shadow that is casting allegedly 250,000 miles away. A shadow from a quarter million miles? This is kind of ridiculous. Clutch said, does bro understand the moon cycles? Free My Grandma said, choose your words wisely. Exactly. History is a lie, or the past is a lie, or do you not tie them together? That's a good question. I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about history that is passed down in the education system. So, of course, there are things that happened in the past that are obviously true. So thank you for making that distinction for us. SD said, don't like this dude's face. SD, I guarantee your girl does. SD, if you have a girl or a mom, show her my face and ask her if she likes it. Don't lie. Be honest. Be honest when she says yes. When she says hell yeah, be honest, bro. All right? Don't lie. Be honest. You know she's going to say yeah. You see, I don't even know why we had to go here, bro. Like, why are you doing that? What's good, Terry? Sanfel said there are no shadows in the shadow realm. Chris said it is all crap, both sides. What is going on here? It's for the sheep. I respect your opinion, Chris, but I disagree. Super Slaw says, stop being jealous of evil Urkel. Speedy said, may I be a mod? You said earlier, if not, that's cool. Yeah, not quite, Speedy, all right? You gotta give it some time. Most of the people, if I make them a mod, I've seen them in here more than 2 or 3 days, you know what I mean, participating in the conversation. This is our first day meeting, so we'll see what happens. Thank you for the 2 jewels, Speedy. Evil Batman Urkel. Hey, you know what's funny? Kyrie, no, not Kyrie, that long Halloween, one of my monikers that I haven't brought out yet is related to Batman. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but I do have a Batman moniker that I'm gonna bring out pretty soon. Well, you know, 1 per day, all right, 1 per day. Today I'm Professor Charles Xavier. The long Halloween is Batman. Kyrie said Earth ain't flat. Kyrie, I did not say the Earth was flat. Thank you, though. Yeah, we're not talking about flat Earth up here. The Long Halloween is a series in Batman? Okay. Hey, well, you're putting me on there. I'm actually a big Batman fan. I missed that one, though. The Long Halloween. Yeah, I don't remember that one. It does sound like a Batman type thing, though. Star B said, we are all on a flat, stationary, domed Earth. Deal with it. The Long Halloween said they made a film too. Oh, it must have been a cartoon film then, right? Honestly, I've seen most of the Batman cartoon films. I must have missed that one. Batman has a new game coming. Shout out, Batman. Kyler said the Earth is topographical. Charles said, I used to block flat earthers until I researched it for myself. Now we are all flat earthers. Colette said, I am Batman. Honestly, the Batman might just be the moniker, like a shared moniker between all of us. I think all of us are like one form of Batman. Yeah, we're all Batman. I got a specific Batman that I am, though. I don't make it here every day, but keep doing what you do. It's clever, fun, and there just ain't no damn curvature. Shout out Samuel the Rock Morton. Shout out Sam. Sam, I'm making you a mod just off that comment alone, all right? There ain't no damn curvature. Sam, we appreciate you for tuning in, man. All right, we're always glad to have you, Sam. Shout out Super Slav. Thank you for the 100 jewels. JJ says Sam gets it. That's a fact. Kyrie said my eyes deceive me. Kyrie, I believe you. Craig said you are minting mods tonight. Macadoodle said I want to be part of the community. Well, you gotta add to the conversation. If you type in and add to the conversation, and I respond to what you say, and you know, and I enjoy the back and forth that we're having, I'll make you a mod so that way I can make sure I read your comments easier. All right. See, I want to be able to read through comments like this easier. What you mean we not African? The out of Africa theory is a lie, and the transatlantic slave trade was told in reverse. I guarantee if you look at primary documents, you will see that there were more slaves sold out of America than were sold to America. That's what I mean. So I want to debate that Atlanta is Atlantis. Well, you can come up here and share your thoughts on that. You won't get a debate from me, but you can share your thoughts on that. Zanfeld was good. Zanfeld said, please don't type in caps. Gregory, none of that proves anything about the earth moving or the curvature. Mumbo, are you talking about me? If you are, I bet you won't explain it. Sunny D says, smash the like, it's free. Thank you so much, Sunny D. Yeah, guys, like the video if you don't mind, and sub if you like the content. The Lord Hollywood said, the Batman. To be honest, titles like African or other social separation used to pit people against each other. Okay, I can agree with that a little bit, Yobo. Let's all go on a field trip to the Grand Canyon. We might just do that one day, honestly. We might just do that. What's my stance on the Sumerian tablets? I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Sumeria is ancient Canada. Or Canada. That's right, Canada. Not Canada, Canada. Thank you, Kyler, for the 10 jewels. What's good, Queen? Queen Classic. Wonder Bread said, explain why Star Wars is real. Well, if you look at certain maps that show other continents outside of our known continents, some of those continents have the exact same names as the planets that they use in Star Wars. And so some people believe that that actual tale of Star Wars was about the war that happened in between the lands inside and outside the ice wall. I'm not saying it's true, but some people believe that. Like I said, when you look at those ancient maps, there are lands called Nibiru and all the other Star Wars names. I'm not a big Star Wars guy like that, so I don't know what all the names are. But when you look at those maps, they have those names on it. Maybe they're real, maybe they're not. Who knows? Young28 said, it's so funny that I got banned from the Discord for dropping facts. I doubt it. If you got banned from here or the Discord, it's because you're annoying, you spam, or you are not participating in the conversation. Period. It's one of those three things for sure. All right? I'm not forced to field people that don't want to participate in the conversation that I'm having. All right? If you're in there and I don't say anything about it, then that's fine. But if I want to get you out of there because you are just trolling, then I can get you out of there. I reserve that right. Hey, if anybody reserves that right, I'm pretty sure it's me. Mini Me said the moon landing was fake. Kyler said, I think outer space isn't real or it's really hard to get to. Kyrie said, explain why the earth is flat. Kyrie, we already told you that we never said the earth was flat, all right? And please don't spam, all right? I'm not feeling it today, bro. All right? I'm not feeling it today. Please don't spam. FST, I respect that you believe that, but there's no basis for you to believe that, okay? A bunch of people made that up, and they put it in a documentary, and now you guys believe it. That's literally it, all right? Guys, like the video if you don't mind, and sub if you like the content. Thank you, and I do appreciate all you guys for tuning in, all right? Even the ones that I have to ban. I appreciate you for tuning in, but today the Lord just told me that we need to stop, allowing people to harvest our loosh. All right, you guys come in here because you want to harvest our loosh, steal our energy, and we're not going to let you. I won't do it. Clutch said we've never been to outer space. Yobo said, what about Atlantis sinking into the ocean? Plato said Atlantis was bigger than the size of Asia, Europe, and North Africa at the time. This is bigger than the size of the Atlantic Ocean. All right? If it's bigger than Asia and Europe, it cannot sink into the Atlantic Ocean. This is nonsense. Empty says, so what is true to you? What do you believe in? I believe in the scientific method. And I believe that if we're going to, mark things as true historically, they need to be backed up by primary documentation. XDA said, did he or did he repeat what he was told? What are you asking, XDA? You need to be more specific. Shout out Shantia. Shantia said facts. What's good, Shantia? How does parts of the world not see the sun for months and we see it every day? I don't know. That's the movement of the sun. The sun moves in accordance with a magnetic field. And so if you look at that pattern, I'm sure where you are is probably away from a certain pattern that exists for however long. All right? Study the magnetic field of the earth and you will see what the path of the sun is. Charles said oxygen levels were higher. That's why there were giants. P-Wave said, what do you think about Billy Carson? Ugh. Shout out Billy, man. A lot of my OGs listen to Billy. I'll be honest, a lot of my OGs listen to Billy, but Billy is either lost in the sauce or, he might be connected to some people. He says a lot of good stuff, though. I will say that. Billy says a lot of good stuff. I like the way that he thinks. But some of the stuff that he says, he's still lost in the sauce. Or, like I said, he might be connected to some people, and so he's not going to go there. Max said, I think you are lost in the sauce, man. I bet you won't prove that. Shout out P-Waves. Guys, if you don't mind, please like the video and sub if you like the content. And if you guys aren't participating in the conversation, then please just leave us alone, all right? Listen, we just want to be left alone. We're not bothering you wherever you're at, talking to whoever you hang out with, all right? We're just hanging out over here doing our own thing. Max said, can I debate with you? Probably not, bro. I think you were that dude that was already in the back. So I think we already debated. Tic Tac said, who cut the giant black tree in the middle of the map? Whoa. Terrence said, have your arguments ready or you will get saxed. Oh my gosh. Hey, when we make some merch of the saxophone, should we just have a saxophone or should it say saxed? Oh. Nonsense conversation with people who know nothing about science. Well, you don't have to be here, Steve. You don't have to be here. Didn't Plato say in his same dialogue, the size of Atlantis, just as you said, that it sank from the gods due to greed? He said that it sank beneath the depths of mud. He never said it sank below the ocean. He said there was a mud flood, which, yes, America is covered up in mud. Surprise, surprise. Star B, everything is possible. What's your thoughts on quantum physics? I think that quantum physics is attempting to explain the spiritual. And they're not doing a bad job of it, especially when you start looking at what's coming out in the large particle colliders. I will say that. So quantum physics informs a lot of what I believe today, you know. Yeah, I would say quantum and mechanical physics are a large part of, well, you know, maybe the scattering amplitudes specifically is what I would say informs it scientifically. So in a way, yeah, quantum physics and particle physics kind of informs why I believe what I believe. The real Mr. Marvelous, do you actually believe this? It's not about what I believe, sir. It's about what has been shown scientifically and what is consistent with primary documents. This has been shown scientifically. This is consistent with primary documents. Clutch said, look outside, the sun is moving slowly around the earth. Absolutely, we literally see that every single day. Every day we all witness the sun move. What do I think about Albert Einstein? Not much. I think he used to work at the patent office. Charles, you are correct. I'm not going to read that out loud, but you're correct. Yeah, guys, if you don't mind, like the video and sub if you like the content. Thank you to everybody that super chatted. All right. If I didn't read it in the moment, I will read all of them at the end, of course. So thank you so much. If I didn't get a chance to thank you in the spot, on the spot, I appreciate you. And like I said, I will read through all the super chats at the end, no matter what. The sky moves and the earth is stationary. Shout out Clutch. Kyler said the sun and moon are local to a stationary earth. Yep. T Young, you gotta go, bro. Sorry. No second chances today, guys. No second chances. Yeah, it's time for us to just move only on positivity. Star B, we love and appreciate you so much, man. Charles, thank you so much for tuning in, Charles. Yeah, hey, you guys like the video and sub if you like the content, all right? We're so happy to have you in here. You know, it's Friday night, so I figured I'd stream a little bit later. I ain't doing shit. Lil Bo, yeah, today only one chance. XD, you're positive that I'm rage baiting? No problem, XD. I don't want you to be angry, so go ahead and take a hike. What's next? You're going to say you can see the Great Wall of China in space? Yeah, what's up, Alex? Let's calm down on the rhetoric. Shantia said common sense, but believe what you want. New Manity said, I've always thought to myself, if we were taught about the earth was true, why and how is it that sometimes I can see the sun and the moon at the same time? Great question, New Manity. Good question. Hey, if you guys want to debate, you can call in from the Discord. The Discord is on my page. You don't have to though, okay? I'm enjoying my night, and I think it would go better if I didn't have to talk to you. But if you can call in, I guess. What's the not African part? The out of Africa theory is a lie that can be traced back to Melville Hershkovich, and the transatlantic slave trade was told in reverse. Jeremiah said I should do lessons. I'll think about it, Jeremiah. Yeah. Calvin, everybody that's dark skinned is not from Africa. As a matter of fact, Calvin, just based on your responses, I'm assuming that you're from Europe. The original inhabitants of Europe were also dark skinned, Calvin. All right. So your ancestors were also dark skinned. That don't mean that they were from Africa. Explain the reverse part of the slave trade. There were more slaves sold out of America than were sold to America. Free my grandma. What are your thoughts on Mike TV? Mike TV is a scammer, as far as I know. I don't know him personally to know that that's true, but I've seen some stuff that suggests he might be a scammer, and you never trust a scammer, ever. Ever. Guys, by the way, the Discord is on my page if you want to call in, all right? Like the video if you don't mind, and sub if you like the content. Jeremiah said debates are cool, but sometimes we want to see you deep dive. Well, give me something that you would want me to deep dive about, Jeremiah. What do you want me to deep dive about? You know what I mean? If you want me to go on about something specifically, next time I come on, I'll set up, you know what I mean, a few slides, you know, to talk about it if you want it, you know. If you guys make a request, I'll oblige, but you know, I don't consider myself to be a teacher, you know, so that's not necessarily in my wheelhouse, but I'll bring up some stuff if there's something you want me to talk about. Only 4% of slaves were owned by U.S. citizens. If Earth isn't moving, how do we have seasons? Because the sun is moving. Demand said, where do you get your fact on stuff you claim? This is based on the scientific method. This is based on primary documents. Empty said, why refuse to answer my question? I didn't see your question, but you're saying I'm refusing to answer? You're right. You know what I mean? I am refusing to answer, all right? Get your ass on. Yeah, no weirdos in here, all right, guys? Ask me a question. If I didn't see it, you can ask me again. If you cry about it, get your ass on. What's good, life? Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about anything health related up here. What's your thoughts on advanced cities prior to the 1900s? I believe that's what this is about. Advanced cities prior to the 1900s in America. X said, explain to me how the Earth is not moving. X, it's not a matter of how the Earth is not moving. The question is, have they done a scientific experiment that has ever proved the motion of the Earth? The answer to that is no. And it's not a Foucault's pendulum. All right. The pendulum does not prove the Earth is moving. They tell you guys that because you'll just accept it without even thinking about it deeply. But no experiment has ever proven it. So that's why I say, in concordance with the scientific method, the Earth is not moving. P Waves is hilarious. I see your comment, P Waves. NH said, "What is real history?" This is real history. Ozone said, "Do you play games?" I play Super Smash, but not right now. The first thing that I am gonna do when I start upgrading my setup is I'm gonna get a computer so that way I can multi-stream and play games while I'm doing this. Capital, if everything that I have up here has been disproven, then tell us how. Any books you can recommend on the Earth not being a globe? This is what you do, bro. Go try to prove that the Earth is a globe. All right? Just go try to prove it for yourself. All right? And really convince yourself. Make sure you know exactly how to explain it. And then you'll see. Yeah, they've done many experiments to prove the Earth was moving. They've all failed, guys. All experiments attempting to prove the Earth is moving have failed. All right? Like the video if you don't mind, and sub if you like the content. Yobo, I can't confirm or deny that. Yeah, capitalism, I don't believe in government organizations. Joshua, you're going to have to be specific. What do you think the second law of thermodynamics proves in either model? Just so you guys know, the people that are mods, they don't agree with me because I made them mods. All right, I made them mods because we are all on the same page. You know what I mean? So you guys have it backwards. It's not, you know what I mean? If somebody is in here and they are sharing good information, then I'll make them a mod. It's not that they're gonna agree with me because they're mods. Just so you know. I don't actually know these people in real life. MIB said, I'm not a mod, and I agree. Oops. My bad, MIB. That was an accident. All right, I unhid you. My bad, MIB. I was trying to pin your comment. I was moving too fast. They said, I agree with you, and I'm not a mod, and then I banned them. Oh, my bad, my bad. I was finna make you, yeah. Brandon said, I agree with you, bro. Well, thank you, Brandon. Capitalism has said, have you ever been on an airplane? I've been on an airplane, and according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, you cannot see the curvature of the earth if you are in an airplane. You need to be above 100,000 feet, guys. Like the video and sub if you like the content. Darren said, I've looked at the globe and flat earth for 8 years now. Globers never even check their own beliefs. It's a joke. You guys believe in pseudoscience. NH said, who said we are African? I don't know, not me. That's what we were taught in school, NH. That's what we were taught in school. Yobo said, what shape do you think the earth is? I don't think anybody has ever proven the shape and the size of the earth, Yobo. Free My Grandma said, twerking for school is prohibited. And it's also disgusting. Serene said, do you believe in the earth being a realm? Absolutely, Serene. Yeah, when my brother and one of my friends tried to introduce me to this type of content, the first thing that I told them, because I've been the type of person that studies energy and frequency and stuff like that. The first thing that I told them, I was like, listen, I already know what the earth is, right? I'm like, I don't want to look into flat earth stuff. I'm like, the earth is like a realm or a dimension. It's like a dimension encompassing all of our consciousness. You know what I mean? It's like a collective, energetic field that we are all warping and creating momentarily. So that's what I believed before I had even seen one one video about the earth or even seen one debate regarding flat and globe earth. I always felt like the earth was a realm or a dimension. Dre said, can I only call in on Discord? That's correct, Dre. You can only call in on Discord. Hey, Life, let's calm down with the rhetoric, please. Craig said, never been a north to south circumnavigation over the poles. That's a fact. Again, guys, you can call in on the Discord if you want. All right, we're going to go to the phone lines in a second. Well, in a minute. We're going to go to the phone lines in a minute. All right, I need to go grab some water real quick. If you do want to call in, please don't call in the troll. Call in to either share a positive message, ask some questions, or if you want to debate, just have the subject in line. Let's not waste any time, okay? Yeah, I'll run through all the points briefly when I get back from getting water, all right? I'll be right back. Pizza said if gravity didn't exist, then we would all pass away. That is ridiculous. All right, before we go to the phone lines, okay, number one, history is 100% lies because there are no primary documents that confirm anything that you were taught in history class. And I do mean without exception, no need to get personal. All right. America being Atlantis is one such example. America used to be called Atlantis. As a matter of fact, if you look up the ancient texts that do describe Atlantis, they are all clearly talking about America. There are also ancient maps, et cetera, that flat out show America that people were using being titled the island of Atlantis because that's where people were trying to reach when they were coming to America initially. They were looking for Atlantis. All right. Like the video, guys, if you don't mind, and sub if you like the content. We've been talking about dragons for the past 2 days. Dragons are a real taxonomical category, and they tried to subvert this real animal by making up a fake animal called dinosaurs. You know, dinosaurs are made up and fake because nobody ever saw it. By definition, if nobody saw it, but you wrote about it, that's made up. Do you understand? Dragons are not made up because thousands of different people saw and interacted with dragons on different occasions, people that never met each other. All right, so it's provably not made up. Dinosaurs are provably made up imaginary things. All right? We equals not African. Of course, the transatlantic slave trade was told in reverse. Like I said earlier, there were more slaves sold out of America than were sold to America. This is confirmed by primary documentation, 100%. And the out of Africa theory can be traced back to a man named Melville Herskowitz, a man that had never even been to Africa. Do you understand? You guys just believe it because you were taught this in school. There's actually no evidence to support any of this. And then the last two are in accordance with the scientific method. The scientific method has very clear and strict parameters. If things do not follow the scientific method, it is not scientific, period. It's not scientific. So if there's not an experiment that proves the earth is moving, which there isn't, if there's not an experiment that proves that the earth is a globe, which there isn't, then speaking scientifically, it's not. Now, you are welcome to believe whatever the hell you want to believe. All right? But it cannot fall into the realm of science. All right? That's why I'm up here. Okay? I am the protector of the scientific method. Humbly. Okay? I'm very humbly the protector of the scientific method. Undefeated, undisputed, heavyweight debate champion of the world, you know? Shaquille O'Real. Evil Steve. Stefan Urkel. You know? Professor Charles Xavier. But most importantly, the protector of the scientific method. Okay? That's who I am. That's why I'm here. Now, if you guys disagree with any of that, you're more than welcome to call in and get your ass cooked. Yeah, and I do mean get your ass cooked. That doesn't mean that I can't be wrong. Of course I can be wrong. Are you going to prove that I'm wrong? I highly doubt it. Because if you do, you're going to have to do it using one of two methods. It's either going to have to be by the scientific method, which nobody has ever done, or it's going to be through primary documentation. which many people have tried, but they've all failed up to this point. So I have no reason to believe that you're going to be any better. No offense. Tides are from the moon affecting the gravity from Earth. I have seen no evidence of this. What's good, Crimson? How you doing today, man?
Hey, doing great, man.
Nice, nice, nice. What's on your mind, bro? Can you hear me?
Dude, I love all your topics, my guy. I'm not gonna lie. The dinosaurs and dragons. One thing I was just kind of curious what you thought about.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a theory, and there's like some kind of observational evidence of sorts, to say the least. I thought that like volcanoes are dead dragons.
Let's not use the D word, bro. Jesus. Unalived. Yeah, I don't know, honestly, bro. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's my bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly don't know, bro. Yeah, I've never seen a volcano up close, honestly. So I would have no way of knowing that.
The dinosaurs, like, how are you gonna like argue the validity of dinosaurs when there's so many actual accounts of dragons through like a bunch of historical documents and people accounting seeing them?
Right. No, 100%. And I don't know if you saw that list earlier that I brought up of all of those dinosaurs whose name basically just means dragon. But I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, he had like 34, 36 different dinosaur names, and all of them like literally just meant dragon, dragon this, dragon that, dragon this.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Shout out Cody. What's good, Cody?
The other thing I wanted to ask you about was the portals. Maybe.
Hold on one second.
Maybe you have an insight on portals.
Hold on one second. Why did you get rid of Cody's messages? Oh, never mind. I saw it. All right. Yep. You got to go, Cody. As a matter of fact, no second chances, bro. Yeah. Thank you. Who did that? Whoever did that, yeah, thank you. That's like, you guys don't got to time people out. If they say stuff that's out of line, you know what I mean? We don't want to deal with it a second time. No loose harvesting today. Yeah, I mean, same thing. With portals. If I haven't seen it myself, then I don't have too much opinion on it. Is it possible? I do believe it's possible, especially based on what's coming out of the scattering amplitudes. Things like locality and even time itself, uh, uh, positioning it ceases to exist at the subatomic level. So there's no reason to believe that there aren't deeper understandings and ways to maneuver through this field of energy, whatever we're in.
No, I definitely agree, but I also haven't really found anything I would call evidence yet either.
Yeah.
Scientifically speaking.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I mean, I see a lot of old structures, but I don't really know.
I was curious. I haven't looked into it for a while, so
It's all good. Rank Rocket, are you coming up here to troll, or did you actually want to
I'm here to
participate?
debate the validity of all your claims.
Are you going to troll while we're debating though?
No, I'm gonna depending on how ridiculous your claims are. I mean,
All right. Well, if you're not sure, I'm just gonna wait till an adult comes up here and talk to an adult, then, bro. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk to you.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one, bro.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. Listen, bro. I'm too old to be dealing with you guys today. All right. Yeah. I'm too old to be dealing with you today. Well, it depends on how we do. All right. Whatever, then. Whatever. Take off, bro. All
well,
right.
your point is he already admitted he wanted to debate every single point, and then he said it depends on how weird the points are. And it's like, bro, didn't you just kind of admit you thought they were weird? So what are you gonna just troll on every single point? All right, never mind. That was really clever of you to seek that one out. Like, nah, bro. Be sure of yourself.
Yeah. Shout out Dre. Shout out the humbled priest Lee King, and very interesting. Like if you say ridiculous ish, I'm gonna be a little silly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, listen, bro, I'm all right, man. I really am.
A lot of times, just from your reaction to comments or just saying something spontaneously, you've answered. Like, for example, I was kind of curious where you first came to, like, where your first like big thought was when you were realizing that the Earth is not moving and like all the scientific points at the bottom where it's like they haven't proved jack shit. And then basically you just said it that that it's like a dimension or plane, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, that's kind of how I came how I thought about it as well. I thought that was interesting. Thank you
Capitalist
for
said,
sharing that.
oh, of course, of course. Capitalism said history, well documented, everything late 1800s and later is pictured in film. So you believe pictures and movies. No problem, bro. No problem. I know a lot of people that base what they believe on like comic books and like Marvel Universe and stuff like that. So if that's what you want to do, bro. No problem. Capitalism said dinosaur fossils carbonated. Just so you know, they can't carbon date things after 80,000 years. So if it is true that dinosaurs were carbon dated, that debunks the idea that they're millions of years old, as a matter of fact. And the fact that they are found with soft tissue also debunks the idea that these quote unquote dinosaurs are millions of years old. You know what I mean? Yeah, you guys, it's not that I wouldn't accept evidence, it's just that I am more familiar with the evidence that you're bringing up than you are. You're bringing up evidence that you haven't even looked at. So I'm explaining what the evidence you're trying to bring up really is. All right. Carbon dating is evidence that against dinosaurs, not for it. Okay. You're an idiot. And you're welcome, actually. Moron. Capitalist said, bro, you don't know shit. And you kicked me from the server because you're an idiot. Oh, really? Oh, I kicked you from the server? Well, guess what? Get your crybaby ass on, all right? When a grown man say he don't want to talk to you, that's time for you to go on about your way, all right? You kicked me from the server when you're a little ass kid and you need to stay out of grown folks' conversations. That's why, all right? Stay out of grown folks' conversations, little kid.
The fax machine. Oh, dude, that could be one of your nicknames, maybe.
The fax machine, that's not bad.
I mean, it's not.
That's not bad.
It's funny though. It's funny though.
No,
So it's got some.
Yeah, I gotta put that on the list and workshop it for a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Find a website. Yeah, it might not fit exactly, but
yeah, I might something along those lines. As I said, I'm still figuring out the Batman one. You know what I mean? It can't just be regular Batman. It got to be something, a little creative. So fax machine is not bad though. I like fax machine.
some funny stuff.
Yeah, Ozone, come down with the rhetoric. All right, come down with that. Well, if we ain't African, I know my dragons. Wow. Okay, that was interesting. The humble priest said the rabbit hole runs deep. Looney said Ozone is out here trying to catch him one. That's interesting. D. Grubel said Fox machine. Serene said, I like to understand.
They kind of unravel like dominoes. Like once you see how like completely one falls over and you start actually looking at the other ones, they just all start falling over. It's like fuck it's literally like Neo, the Matrix, and the Bullets with their NASA lies and like the BS. You just kind of go, no, I see you already.
Serene said, I like to understand why erasing dragons from consciousness is needed. Well, if the stories about them are to be believed, is because a lot of them had what people would call supernatural properties, be it healing properties, telepathy, all type of different things that people were claiming um, from the different interactions with dragons that they had. Not to say that those things are necessarily real, I'm just saying, if those things are to believe, then you can understand why they would want to get rid of that. Why does the Coriolis effect not prove Earth is moving? Because nobody has proved that the Coriolis effect comes from the movement of the Earth. That's why. Nobody has connected those two things. The Coriolis effect is movement of things above the Earth. It's not the movement of the Earth itself.
The irony is that the Coriolis effect, like as an actual effect and force, if it were really happening and we were really spinning and whatnot, then it probably would exist in reality, but instead they just have to look at certain things and go, "Yep, that's an effect of the Coriolis effect." Yeah,
Well, it's not.
yeah,
It's not so
this is
much.
the bullet.
It's not so much that it would or would not. The Coriolis effect is something that they are observing. The problem is that they are claiming that it's coming from the movement of the Earth. It's just the movement of bodies above the Earth, and mind you, the sun, moon, and the stars are also moving above us. So when you look at the Coriolis effect, it's in accordance with the sidereal rotation. It's not in accord. It's not in accordance with the movement of the alleged Earth. Free my grandma. Let's not try to.
I totally agree with
Yeah,
that.
free my grandma.
I agree with
Hold
that
on one second, bro. Hold on one
interpretation.
second. Hold on. Free my grandma. Let's not try to. Let's not try to accuse people of stuff like that. All right. Just because I don't want. I don't even want. People to even have a reason to complain. All right. What'd you say, bro?
Oh no, I like the clarification on that because I guess, yeah, the way I was trying to describe it was a little confusing.
It's all good, bro. Clutch said, do you believe our reality has shifted? I think our reality shifts every single second of the day. That's why propaganda is so necessary. Think about it. If they didn't need to lie to people, why is there all this propaganda? The reason why they do that is because every second of the day they're in danger of their narrative slipping. You know what I mean? Their narrative is constantly slipping, so they have to constantly propagandize people. That's why most of the people that hate on us are in here. The people that are in here are trying to propagandize us. See, look at DY right now, right? Think about it. They're trying to propagandize us right now because at any moment it could slip.
Oh, it's definitely slipping, just like the veil. If you know, you know.
Aaron said, I don't know, but in the zodiacs, the other animals do exist. Why the hell would they put one fake animal?
Precisely. In my opinion, I think it's a good point, anyways.
Picnic said, the propaganda keeps the machine running. Absolutely. Diego said, what about the day and night cycle? The day and night cycle come from the movement of the earth, Diego. The movement of the earth.
What? The movement of the earth. I wasn't sure if you're doing sarcasm.
By the way, shout out everybody in the chat. Honestly, I want to. My plan is to stream kind of late tonight because I'm not really doing nothing. I might go take a quick break and then come back. We're gonna see how I'm feeling in a few minutes. Diego said, "How does the Earth move?" That's a good question, Diego. I don't believe the Earth does move at all. If you guys don't mind, please like the video and sub if you like the content. Diego said, "Thanks for the read. I really appreciate the interaction." Of course, Diego. I appreciate people trying to participate in the conversation honestly. If you're up here trolling, then I don't like you. But if you are asking questions or if you disagree and you want to know whether your disagreement is warranted or what my opinion is on it, I would love to have a conversation with you. All right. The more I talk to you, the more intelligent we all get together. Looney Tunes said Diego is goated now. Yeah, we fall in love with people easy over here. Yeah, we're lovers, not fighters.
Still undefeated.
That's a fact. Diego said, "LOL, thanks, brother. We should always communicate. As long as you don't troll and as long as your intentions are honest, we can always communicate." Yeah, and I appreciate that. Like I said, even if you disagree, bro, you can always disagree with me as long as you're, being honest and being respectful. All right, you guys, please like the video, and if you like the content, then please sub. Free My Grandma said, "Facts." Hey, listen, I'm very humble, Diego. All right, I'm overly humble. Overly humble. Oh, my level of humbleness needs to be studied. Bella said, "Do you believe Earth's flat or have you seen an ice wall?" That's a weird question. Do you believe the Earth is flat or have you seen the ice wall? Is that an or situation? Seems maybe more like and is supposed to go right there. Thank you for the 100 jewels, Diego. I appreciate that. What's good, Matt Hakeem? Matt said, "Free My Grandma's correct about the portals, tropics, and the Capricorn divided by 6. It's all true." Very interesting. Buddy said, "I just don't see the purpose of the lies." That's crazy. You don't understand why the government would lie to you, huh? Well, listen, respect to somebody who has the ability to still be that naive. And if you're lying, then we know what you're up here doing, all right? Did someone tell you Earth's flat or did you travel to see the ice wall? Bella, I don't know if you can read, but I never said the Earth was flat. Looney Tunes said, "To keep us dumb and controlled and distracted, we can have superpowers, chat, but they don't want it." Chat, we can have superpowers. Everybody go follow Jesus the Living Son on Instagram. I think that's his name. Go follow Jesus the Living Son on Instagram. Aaron said, actually they lie, but truth is at plain sight. They call it mind conditioning, mind control." Belia said, "Touche." Belia, I respect somebody that knows when to yield. The humbled priestly king said, "Did you ever go up and see the earth was round, or were you taught this?" Charlie said, I'm sure there are some that don't believe, but bare principle is to treat people good because it's a reflection of a person's character, how they treat others. Well, listen, my character is very good. Depending on who I'm talking to, it's not gonna necessarily be representative. Because I feel like I'm as honest as they come. I curse people out on the daily, though, on the daily. And it's not because I'm a mean person, it's because y'all be lying. Free My Grandma said, do y'all remember the movie They Lived? Absolutely. It's a pretty good movie. Yo, this lady was glitching in TV. That's interesting. Why do you think America's Atlantis? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Crimson.
I thought it was really funny that one dude. It was like a few lives ago when the guy was his primary evidence for Wakanda is definitely not America was that it was written and created by Stan Lee, and I don't remember the other guy's name, but it was like the other guy.
Jack Kirby. Yeah, Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby, yes. Dude, I couldn't believe that. And then at the end, he's just like, I won that point. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, they're absolutely
Dude,
insane, bro.
Like haunting my dreams or something. I don't know. Just casting spells with that one.
Yeah. Belia said, why do you think America's Atlantis? Belia, if you read Plato's explanation of Atlantis, it's clear that he was talking about America. And there are ancient maps that were used by explorers of America that called it Atlantis because that's where they were trying to reach. They knew America was Atlantis, and that's why the colonization of America coincides with the technological advancements around the entire world. America was a technologically advanced empire. When they took it over, they took the technology, showed it off at the World's Fairs. This is what the World's Fairs was about. They showed all that technology, and then it disappeared forever. All right? That's what happened in America. I think I'm gonna go take a.
Lies about America. It makes everything make so much sense.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go take a quick smoke break and come back. The Humble Priest said 1903 St. Louis. Is that when they had the World's Fair there? Nobody has ever proven the shape or the size of the earth. I am Kerr. I am Kerr. Nobody has ever proven the shape or the size of the earth. Belia said, I have to check them out. You definitely should. Free My Grandma said, St. Louis in the building. Yeah. Shout out Diego, the Humble Priest King, Looney Tune, Belicia, Boyd Bird. Look, I'm finna go take a smoke break, guys, all right? If you guys are still here and you want to stream when I get back in like 20, 30 minutes, then I'll go for a little bit longer, all right? If I come back and you know, you guys are all asleep, then I'll go to sleep and then we'll be back in the morning, okay? I appreciate you guys. The Humble Priest King said the old mount. Diego said burn when I'm chilling. God bless y'all. Fight the fight. Shout out Charles. Do good. Love one another. We all have more alike than different. I agree with that. Yeah, some people are saying the St. Louis Ark is a portal. I've seen some stuff about that before, but again, never seen it myself. Why not Africa? It's because the out of Africa theory is a lie, and the slave trade was told in reverse. More slaves were sold out of America than were sold to America. This is a fact. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in like 20, 30 minutes if y'all still want to stream. All right.